what I've been working on off stream is my tortoise. I know this is not great. It's not. Here he is. Alright, let me take that shot. So this is mine. The painting on him is done. I'm working on the base. Basically, I'm painting. I put on the green stuff because I left him on the little bases under his feet. So I wanted to make it. I wanted to smooth it out and not just have two little bases, obvious bases. No, it's not, because I didn't paint it on stream to have people blowing channel points on me making it pink. And I would have been like, no. Alright! I love you, Baldy! We'll see you in we'll see you in 10 minutes. So I went with the whole fire dragon thing too, but I'm going more of the skin tones rather than it actually being a lot.
And I am live. Welcome, hello, and camera is off again. Come on, I did. Welcome, how is everybody? Oh, I forgot my music. Let's see if we can get that one rolling. How is everybody doing? And a little bit too always. Oh, too loud on my side because I have been listening to music all day. Ooh, that's not a nice edge. Wipe that away. So, Saturday, monsters are bust, and well, a Dragon Tortoise is certainly something of a monster. And I need to finish this one. Well, we still have a week to finish, but yeah, no, I still have to finish my bust, and every day I had something like that was for the February Muses Challenge, and somehow I still haven't gotten around to it. I still have a Nagash. Yeah, okay, I can give a full list of all the minis that I should have been finishing this week, or at least finishing at all. And as you all know, yeah, I only stream for 2 hours, so that would not suffice. There would be certainly not enough time to give you the full list. I am, to be honest, not really complaining. It's more to remember myself not to be as lazy as I was this week. To be honest, it has nothing to do with that I was so busy. I had a normal work week. I just made a big mistake. I'm buying all 3 seasons of the following, the mini-series with Kevin Bacon, and somehow every day it's I'm gonna watch 1 episode and then start painting. Anywho, 5 episodes further, oh yeah, but now it's getting really interesting, and and still no painting. Sorry. More to myself than I am adding a little bit of more of an edge highlighting here. Now the edge is not really that sharp, so I'm just trying to put a thin line on this one over here. That's why I use my the point of my brush and not the side of my brush. Normally with edge highlighting you put you use the side of your brush. Works a little bit better, but only when the edge is also really sharp. I am going to try to finish this one today. Most of it is already done, but as always I will probably find more and more details to work on. The tail end I still have to do. There's quite some work still. I want to highlight all those scales that I fabulously colored in different colors. Thank you, chat. Yes, my chat said I had to use pink, and then I said fine, but to make them all pink that would be a little bit too much, so added 3 other colors. And to be honest, yes, it took a little while to find the right colors.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Hey, welcome, Raiders. How is everybody?
Take a shot, 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 motherfucker, take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, take a shot.
Thank you, John. And I see Baldy, Mini Mummy, Muse's Touch, of course. Hello, Chanua. Welcome, welcome. And indeed, let's start off. Oh, where are all my brush holder rockies? Take a shot, my shot glass, my bottle of rum, and Viking Pie. Thank you very much for your contribution to the Thieves Bust. We are, as I saw yesterday, nicely going towards the 40%. Thank you, Shanua. Whoa! Wow! 50% already! And we are still in the first month! I made this one really too cheap. Too cheap, really. Muse's Touch, thank you also. Okay, that bust is going to be busted. Cheers! That nice celebration. So yeah, Mini Mommy also thank you for in total 4,000. Oh, we are already over on 53%. So yeah, you are going to be painted anyway. Yeah, I know I have to finish you two first. Yeah, no, stay where you are. I've been, indeed, before you came, I was explaining that I was somewhat lazy. I did buy it, wait, how do I do that one? The channel points for the Thieves Bust. Thank you very much, Night Whisper. Like that. It's very simple. So, good. I will remember this for sure. So, next time you figured it out, yeah, good. For those who do not know, I always, this is the second time I do it. User stuff will be lurking, but I'm going to play some D4, Diablo 4. Yeah, no, have fun. Thank you for the lurk, and for the stream, and the points, and for all the fun already. Yeah, I had this week I have been almost I have almost painted nothing. I started yesterday with painting a little bit, but this week, not that I was it's still a little bit easy going on my day job. So that was certainly not the point. I literally was a little bit lazy, and I had bought the 3 seasons of the miniserie The Following with Kevin Bacon, and I like it a little bit too much, so I sat more for the television than that I was painting. And yeah, well, my 3D printer did all the hard work this week, so I had to clean all those things up, magnetize the bases. Well, most of you do know, because I send it everywhere where I could on social media, all the Discords. Ooh, those are really bad. I need to work a little bit on those. Those leg scales. They are a little bit. There is no real wet blending going on over there. See if you can get a little bit more of a blend in there. Let's make it thinner. So yeah, I've that was a little bit my week, so I do not really have an excuse for not painting on my previous community challenge, because that still has to be done. And I wanted to do it today, but as always on Saturday I stand up and it is, yes, today I am going to paint all day. And then just before the stream I get to my first brush stroke. But yeah, it was a day of a lot of holes being drilled in the bases for the magnets. I have put them already on the I have my new mini system from IKEA, and I put them all up there so in the future I can paint them. Yeah, they are going to be painted somewhere, somehow. And oh wait, it's almost the end of the month already, so the new bundles are already going to come out. Nice, so I have more to 3D print. Which is absolutely no problem, because I did buy, so I did buy some extra resin for my printer. Yes, it was on sale, and this is a manufacturer that also sells them in 2 kilogram bottles, and it's even cheaper. And oh, welcome, congratulations, Chanur. You have found, you've caught the Komala. And just before the stream, I just heard my 3D printer stop, which means how is the pink coming along? Yeah, very nice. It's I mean, there is quite some pink on the mini already, and I just before the stream decided to give them all a little bit of a highlight, all those colors. Not too much, as I don't want to give them the impression that they are very shiny. But yeah, they're the red, the pink, the turquoise, the green, it's all there. And well, the pink was the real one you all were cheering for, I guess. And from the green, let's go to the nice nails. Bring that down. Oh, and on Carol's stream, I have been working on the last pieces of all those 3D prints and the Techno Dragon. Just had to call you on your bluff. Now, what bluff? Oh, you missed the biggest bluff in Carol's chat. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, you're not a tabletop gamer, but for Warhammer 40k there is a new edition coming out, the 10th, and I still have minis from the first edition that are still not painted. So I boldly dared to state that I am going to paint those first edition minis when the 10th edition comes out. Yeah, there were some people in chat that already do know me very well. Well, the last edition I bought was the 4th. Oh, I do not know what. No, I am the Battle for McGregor. I believe that was the last real complete edition that I bought. that was the 6th edition, I guess. So that's the first number that comes into my head. And to be honest, I did buy it because they had cool terrain pieces in there. Not even because I wanted to play a lot with it. And the nice thing is I did paint those terrain pieces especially for our gaming club. And well, at the gaming club there is no much tabletop war games being played at the moment, or for quite some time already. And so they asked to get some of the terrain pieces out of there. And hey, look, I did find indeed those terrain pieces. So, and I donated them to Klutisk for his at his home. Every Friday they do play all kinds of war games. And thus I said, yeah, I can take them home, but I'm not doing anything with it. And yeah, you know, room. So let him be happy with it. And I just, oh yeah, 4th edition, although with Tyranids being in the new one, I may at least buy one of the smaller starter sets. At least I'll have some rules to use from all the 40k armies I painted between 1990 and 2004, yeah. More things to store, yeah. I still need to, this whole week, to be honest, every time I came home, oh, I want to paint. Oh, but I have also to clean up, to sort out all my minis and stuff in my new mini storage system. And let's watch one episode of the following. 5 episodes later. Oh yeah, now it's a little bit too late. Now I'll watch one episode before bedtime and then go to sleep. Oh yeah, well, it's not, need a bag of holding for all my unpainted minis. Only one? Oh, that's nothing. I think when I put everything in my in one bag of holding, try to put it in one bag of holding, it will complain about a bellyache. But yeah, I don't know if I said that last time too, but I am going to cut down a little bit on those monthly challenges. I will keep on the music, your challenge, Carol. And yeah, well, Goblin Squire, I normally do also his challenge, but he hasn't has found a new job, so yes, there's a little bit less time for making up the videos for those challenges, is what he always did. So yeah, that's, and I have been trying to do something for the big brush off for the MLG. Yeah, also new, and I still have to paint too much other stuff because my paint racks are almost half empty because of my new system to keep all the paints for one mini together. So this is my system. This is Nagash. All the paints that I use for Nagash, but I also am still painting the February challenge. Well, painting. The nice two ladies bust. I still have some funny these nice funny brain is not working again. You know those gelatinous cubes, huh? And yeah, I was painting something for the last or this month's big brush off, but yeah, if you sort your paints like this and you don't paint, yeah, whoa, Nagash, stay where you are. Good, thank you, good boy. So yeah, this is a nice system if you indeed work with 1 or 2 minis, but I have too much. If I can buy, you know, April is nearby around the corner, or is it next February? No, that one was for the last February. So yeah, I know April is near the corner. I know. That's why I have to finish at least this one. This week. I do have still a week. And yeah, the nice thing about the Muses challenge is she is not making a video out of it. So she does give, she's really nice to give people some extra time to finish their stuff. And of course in 2 weeks it is there's also the famous Easter thingy going on for us Catholics. Well, there are more Christian religions that are doing something about it, but yeah, that means we have a little bit extra work to do. So next week probably, and the week after that. Also next week, Friday, I am not streaming. The Saturday I am streaming. If everything goes right. That's that. Keep in mind, but let's just say yes, everything is going right. I am going to stream Saturday. Friday I am not, as I am going to go to Krutik's Friends Walk. Friend Walk. Really nice name. It's an acronym for, I believe, for Friday night wargaming garage or something. But anywho, those I did a little bit. I will add a few. As the toenails, they are allowed to have a little bit of a damaging on the. I need a thinner brush for that. So yeah, what else? Oh yeah, I have building my, as you all did see on Carol's stream, I did build my Techno Dragon. So, and immediately I thought about I have to make a base, of course, for it. And I remembered that I last year I did buy the Clockwork Dragon from Reaper. I've put them both next to me. I have no idea why. Maybe because I want to start painting them. After I finish these. Yeah, indeed I am, how do you say that in the poster guy for a bad painter and collector. Not that I paint bad, but yeah, I buy too much, I want too much, and don't give myself the time to even finish really things that I am painting. Trying to change that. I have already a new idea about deciding what minis to paint, but as long as I do not finish these, it has no use to try that out. I mean, something like a mystery paint. So I make I can make in. Why is my? Oh wait, it's probably. Yeah. I saw a little icon from on my desktop lighting up, but nothing. And I'm completely forgotten what I was talking about. Oh yeah, deciding what minis to paint. I can make a spinning wheel in OBS, and or even use dice just to decide what kind of minis I am going to paint. But then, yeah, let's see, I need a D4000 to decide what mini. So, so make a small selection. Yeah, nice ideas. But yeah, no, not. They are not going to really work. I am afraid. Just keep on painting. That's the best advice I can give myself. Digital dice. That is possible, but I don't know if they have that they go so far that they have a digital D4000. And then I also have a little bit more administration to do because I have to number all my minis. All of them. And well, to be honest, if it is one of those minis that are over there, not a very big problem. Most of them I can just find immediately. When it is a Reaper one, it's a little bit trickier because there's a whole pile of trolleys in front of them, and then also I have my own cataloging system, which means yeah, they are in a basket with a name on it. Like well, dragons are probably not the biggest problem, but if I catch a human paladin, oh great, I have I believe 3 boxes with only humans. Just paint the newest unpainted mini. Well, that is indeed a possibility. I mean, this is one. Then we have another one. Then I have some other ones. Oh my god. And now I am missing 2 minis. Wait a moment. Oh, they are over there. Ooh. I still have to do, I said newest. Yeah, no, okay, yeah, then indeed this one is it. Then, no, depends a little bit if this is an arc. I could be fighting because this one is a little bit, yeah, something like that, but a little bit different. Good. You made your decision, okay. Now, to be honest, I have to finish that mini before April 2nd. That is my Tiga miniature for my D&D game, and that starts on April 2nd. So, what is keeping me? Yeah, not painting. Oh. But on the other side, it's only the spear that I have to do, as the original spear did break off. Let's see. I guess the light is coming from straight up. which means we have to make a little bit of a highlight on these spots on that side. And yeah, I was so happy that I could go stream again. That I notice now I'm wearing my wrong glasses. I'm starting to stare too much. Oh my god! Wow, everything is so big now. I can paint with those other glasses, but for the really small details, I really need my reading glasses, and the details were getting very small. And also, as always, I find more than enough details to do even more work on. Now I am not going to change every time for colors. I go to all the pink ones right away. Highlight these ones while they are on under his shell. Nah. Somehow they will always catch a little bit of light, so they should be at a certain point, on a certain point a little bit lighter, maybe. As I said, I'm still. Meanwhile, while I am painting, I am also still thinking about what to do with the tail. I want to make it a little bit lighter green. So I should probably use these colors, but how and where exactly? Yes, I have a little bit of an idea. And is anybody painting at the moment or doing other hobby stuff? Yeah, I know Carol is playing Diablo 4. I just know enough about it to know that it is a computer game. Viking Pie is lurking. Okay, thank you for the lurk. Enjoy. Hey, why is that command not working? Why? You should work. No idea. But anyway, thank you for the lurk. Not that that important. I mean, there is no sound effects to it or something. And I am not going to be making the highlights completely white or something. That would mean that they are really shining. Nope. Just visible enough to get a little bit of shading. So I could also go the other way. I could of course make them a little bit darker. Make them straight. I should make them more a little bit roundish. No, Not a roundish, round. More arched. There's a better way. So, for America, I heard there were quite some conventions going on. I've yesterday, let's see, was that before or after my stream? I do not know, but I was watching a stream from Adepticon, also with a charity for Kathy Wapple. And he also had a little bit of idea as what Users Dodge does here, only does here this on her stream. They invited people to paint a mini, just of a part of a mini, and at the end of the convention they will auction it off for charity. And I totally forgot what the name was for that stream. And a wild goblin has appeared. That's the pink for this moment. Now the red. I always hate highlighting red because you cannot just add white. Yeah, you can add a little bit of white, but then the highlight is not, the change is not big enough to my liking. So I am going to use a little bit of lava orange. Mainly because we have already a pink. If I would add some white, it would become also more pink, and I don't want that. So add a little bit of orange. Just to more even. Thin it down a little bit. I've also been following some YouTube watching some YouTube videos about storing your brushes. I have always learned that you should store them upside down, as then the water and the little residue of pigments that are still maybe in there will not run into the ferrule, the metal part. Now there are people that say that that is completely wrong, because then the water will not evaporate fast enough. It is also bad for the glue that they use on the bristles. So it is better to store them with the point up. Sounds good. My thought immediately was, as I know we have, I hope it's called in America the same thing, we have hard water. So there's a lot of calcium in it. Is that the right thing? So if I store them up, the water will evaporate, but I still have the calcium in the lower part of the bristles. So that is, I immediately thought that is no option for me. And just as I started before the stream, I poured myself some new cups of brush cleaning water, and then I remembered it does not matter to me, because even our tap water is a little bit hard, or quite hard. My last cup of where I rinse my brush in, I use the demineralized water, so I can store them the other way up, if that is indeed better. One of the things I have been doing this week. There is a little bit of different in color. Yeah, most of the parts are quite small. I am now, see if we can get a really dark. I am adding a little bit of white to the mix. As I said, I do not want to have a real pink, but I am afraid that I have to go quite light to give it still a little bit of a good effect on these small parts. Yeah, good. They do not really look too pink on here. And that's what I wanted. Also, I think if I make them, if I would end with a complete white highlight, I think they would more look like more than like gems than scales. I just would be a nice thing. Hey, I have painted a treasure tortoise. Or a gem tortoise. That would be quite a nice challenge. New idea is born for when do I have to paint the next time for the next mini? Never? Okay. White to the, and I always forget if it is turquoise or teal, and somehow I do like the word turquoise better. I believe teal is the darker green one. Ooh. I now see I haven't even touched my coffee yet. Damn! I hope it is still drinkable for me, meaning still warm. Let's finish these turquoise pieces first, although they on this background color they almost look blue, very light blue instead of turquoise is a kind of light blue or teal. I really should make a note about that. I've googled it so often already. Thank you, memory. Brains are sometimes really weird things. Things you don't want to remember, you remember. All the really important things, nope, forget it. Yeah, that's what we did. No, I mean, oh, never mind. Coffee. That means it is. Oh no. Let's throw that. Sorry, caffeine abuse. Yeah, I know. At least it is not alcohol abuse. Now we have to do the green ones. I am not even going to mix some white in there. I'm just using the, what is it, alien goo? Yeah, alien goo, very light green, same as I use as a highlight for those scales. I believe I forgot those completely on his arm. Before I do that, let's go on with. I thought I was off camera, apparently not. Good. And now for the teal one. Those I did. Oh, we have some green here that I haven't done. Some alien goo. And that's all those. As I said, on the head. I don't want to make too bright highlights on them. Just enough to give a little bit of impression of light fall, like that. I see that I still have to do a little bit about the horns. Let's use the very thin brush for that. already did shade it a little bit with a wash. Putting some lines on them that go into a nice white point. An almost white point. I will use clear white. Oh, clear white. Real white in a moment. And then I do have to get my white. My plans for tomorrow are, well, a little bit the same as what I did today, paint, or what I wanted to do today, but hopefully, probably with the difference that I am going to paint, probably on Nagash, but I really need to finish that one. Really? Yeah, really? Wow. And I want to finish next week the Fiona and Mer bust, because those are quite overdue already. And I will, what I certainly am going to do is clean up my 3D printer, or my 3D print area. As for now, I have done printing. I have no more STLs to print. Yeah, I have more than enough STLs to print, but none that interest me at the moment. Let's get a little bit of a brown, darker line around this here. It's not dark. Here. Get a nice, there is. No, it's not dark enough. Let's just add a little bit of black. As I said, I have used a wash for the horns, but here you have a very nice dark line, just where the horn ends and the head starts. But I see not on this one. I'm just lining it in. And while we have that color, let's get the inside of the ears a little. Oh, that can even be a little bit even more dark, almost black. And the other one, like that. Then we have some nostrils. Let's pick its nose. I've highlighted those. If I have time and want to make the time, I will do a little bit more lining on the shell to get a little bit more the ridges out, the darker color. But the tail, well, I did have an idea about putting just lines in them. Start dark and now I have to watch out that I do not make them too I'm already starting with it. 3 on each fin. Oh, and we have this part. I need to make a little bit of a diverse pattern on it. Looks a little bit more natural, so not all of them just as long. I can make these a little bit thicker, these lines, so I can make thinner with the highlights, of course. I should have done that one a little bit different. Oh, that kind of pattern, more spread out. But yeah. Also on the top, let's see. Oh yeah, and the new D&D movie is coming out, and I believe in Ireland has already had his premiere. To be honest, I have no idea about what to think about it. To be completely honest, I did like the very first movie, but I had at that time not even heard. I did have I did hear about D&D, but never thought that it was a game. Yes, I was not very worldly at that time. D&D, never heard of it as a game. But yeah, well, if you do not know Dungeons and Dragons, then it is, I guess, an okay movie. Took me a couple of years and then oh wait, Dungeons and Dragons, that's a game? Hey, was there not one movie about them? No, there were three. Three? I only can remember that one movie. But I can guess that the special effects, the CGI, will probably be a little bit better than in that original movie. That's for sure. But if it is really adding to it, we will see. That's about the effect I did want to get. Not only a few stripes in there, but between also a few smaller ones. Ones. No, the other side also. Oh my god, I made that mini holder nice and heavy. And I did know there are going to be quite some large minis on there. Let's fill it with sand and a little bit of gravel. So it's nice and heavy. Not a really bad idea. But if you have to hold your mini like this, it could have been a little bit lighter. Luckily, I don't use these holders very much. And well, if you see how much time I spent painting the last little bit of time. Now, those are the fins. Let's add a little bit of the darker green to my wet palette, so we can mix the other dark green. And work on some highlights. let's see, the fins, yeah. At the end they will always catch a little bit more light. Even there in the shadows. This one will certainly catch some light. Lighter into the mix. For the tops and the these. And yes, I am quite quiet indeed. Yeah, that's about what I had in mind. I want to make the a little bit more difference between the spikes and the. If I go darker than this, probably. Yeah, I think we can just use black. Just outline the fins and the spines, especially on this side, as there is not much on the bottom ones. There is you can literally see that the spines are a little bit thicker, and up here on the top ones, just to give it a little bit the same look. Just add a little bit of a shading to it by lining them out. On this side they are all pretty nice. On this side, if they were, I don't know if it is some kind of a little bit of a mistake in the manufacturing process, but on all sides they look a little bit like horns protruding, and this is a little bit flesh, so I could make them more of a bone color. I could have, but on this side that's cannot really see it. If I add a little bit of dark brown to this green, and get at least a little bit of highlights on here. you can see that there is a little bit of a fleshy part sticking out here too, but on the top side, on this side, not so much, but with a little bit of highlight. Ooh. Clean your brush. Yeah. Now I am thinking about these, yeah, spheric things. They could use a nice bright color. And I still have my orange on the palette. Let's be, no, I need a different brush for this. And let's use this Reaper one. This one does not have really a point. If I wanted the orange to be really bright, I should have made it those points that I'm now trying to get to orange white first, but then I would already know that I will not cover the white completely, so that would look a little bit strange. Yep. This is about the thing I was looking for, a little bit more. I know there is already a lot of color on the whole model, but the tail does need a little bit of something extra. With a little bit of green, dark green in there, and green and orange, really great colors together. And I make some nice thick spots. They are still quite bright. And you make it all stand out a little bit better. Also, look, orange is a color that in nature, just like red, looks really nice and poisonous in certain circumstances. And well, this tail, I can imagine maybe, I have no idea what the function is of these little bulbs on the tail, but I could imagine maybe they are some kind of poison sacs. Why not? Or just signaling, watch out, this is a dangerous part of the animal. And tricking animals and people to walk to the other side of the animal, and oh, that's also something very dangerous. His mouth. Chomp. think, because this is a really nice orange. It's a Reaper one, only a little bit thin, and I want them, well, of course, those orange, that orange a little bit more brighter. I can almost say that it is almost done. Almost, still fine-tuning everything. Now I see that I just blacklined these. Make obvious that those are protruding a little bit better. It's better to make them, give them a little bit more highlight overall. That was what I, not only on the tips, so they stand out a little bit better. Ooh, stretch, thank you very much. Indeed, where are you? Oh, you are over here. Come here. Oh, that is my my sprue glue. Your what? My sprue glue. I always forget that I have that thing, that I have a little pot over there. For those who do not know what is sprue glue, well, those are leftover pieces of sprue that I put in a pot, and I add some plastic glue, like, well, this is a little bit expensive, but I had some real old pot that I still keep clogging up and everything, so I use that one. And you get sprue glue, or in fact liquid plastic. And you can use that for filling gaps and that kind of stuff, and I always forget that I have it. But then I also have my plastic putty that also works really, really great. And again, thank you for the stretch. You know what? This is only my back. Let's do my legs also. Why not? All my belly muscles, yes. A six-pack? Yeah, amateurs. Good. As I was saying, the orange. Ooh. The orange. I have an orange that is quite bright, and it is the rust orange from Vallejo. Or Vallejo. Always get confused about the six-packs beer. Ugh. No, I was talking about a six-pack, you know, over here. Six-packs wine for me, yeah, but in barrels, don't forget that. That's why I say six-pack. Ha! Okay, it is probably not clogged, but I haven't used this one for a while. The color is not much different, but it is, the paint is a little bit thicker. So I am not going to thin it, so I can get a little bit more paint on the spots, so they will look a little bit brighter. And a wild arbok has appeared. No. And for those who did see all my belly muscles, that is absolutely nothing to do with drinking. So 6-pack of beer, yeah right, no, not for me. It's all training for eating contests. The only thing is, I have those eating contests always by myself, so I am very sure that I am winning. Luckily I have a job that requires me to walk a lot, at least the job I have now. But still, also my former work as making sausages was quite physical. So I do burn certainly some calories. I use a cycle to get to work, a bicycle, a cycle. I cycle to work, so with a bicycle. Not really an intensive training, but still using my leg muscles a little bit. If I only would eat a little bit less, and also watch a little bit better of what I eat, I will burn those calories easily off. Yeah. Well, let's not go there. Then we can also start a discussion about not buying any more minis before I have painted everything. Really going to happen. Although no, that's not true. I have bought minis. Apparently a few weeks ago, I do not even know when exactly, and I found them yesterday again, a little box with for my an extension, some extra minis for my Delac gang. And I do know that I did order them this year, even that it was not more than 2 months ago. Totally forgot them as they were still wrapped in the original packaging. And I almost threw them out. It's just a 40 euros box of minis. Throw them with the old, out with the paper. Why not? Ugh. Luckily, I have a keen hearing, especially about spruce rattling in a paper box. I don't have a 6-pack, but I do have a yard sale amber ale from Berkshire Brewing. Yard sale amber ale from. Okay. That does sound good. I do know that I have, for now, I have drinking wise, I have quite some choices I can make between all kinds of a few kinds of whiskies. I still have 1 or 2 bottles of rum from Captain Morgan. So no, I alcohol wise, I'm pretty good. And that is the tail. Now, let's give it a little bit more of a highlight on the fleshy part, just to make it a little bit more visible. Yeah, there is quite a lot. Oh wait, his front paws have also those nice fins. Let's do something with that. Let's see, what color do we get if I get that pink with a little bit of the... Yeah, of course, if you use pink and a brown, you get a little bit of a darker flesh color. It's maybe a little bit too dark, too light to start with. Maybe a little bit more of brown. Just give it a little bit more of structure to it. So it's not just one dull surface. White sands white, or better said, the off-white. Just to get a little bit more of a rippled effect, or whatever you want to call it. Now you can see those also a little bit better. Oh, his nails, and I mean the nails of his front paw. gonna lurk a while eat dinner and do some chores around the house. You lurk, thank you. Lurk away and enjoy your dinner, enjoy your chores. Those are always things that when I have to start with chores, I have something like bleh. But most of the time, when you have started them, well, those things have to happen. Well, have to happen, but you know, enjoy. That was one of the first things that I did this morning. Normally I also, first thing that I always think when I get up, breakfast, coffee. But I did know that Goblin Squire, normally in my local time, at 11 o'clock starts streaming with his coffee chat and minis, and that's for me a really great way of starting the weekend, or at least the Saturday. But I had also a little bit of work to do with my fish tanks. They needed to be cleaned, at least the filters, and a little bit of fresh water in them. And I was clever enough to say, let's do those first and then have some coffee while we are watching that stream. And I was really glad. Normally I am really good at procrastinating with those kind of things. Not only with painting, but also with my chores around or in the house. But once you have started, it's most of the time, especially at the end, if you see that you what you have achieved, almost like mini painting. I should keep remembering myself that one. Let's add a little bit of white. As always, there are two nails that are not really easy to access. So give them just on the tip a little bit of a highlight. Ooh. Totally forgot that we also have a downside. I also was amazed yesterday a little bit when I saw my follower numbers. I'm already on 132 followers. Wow! And that for me as a little streamer, I could go and say, let's get to 200. and do some kind of a giveaway, but you know what, to be honest, I'm already busy enough with all my own painting. I have 2 commissions waiting still. So let's finish my own stuff and that stuff first, and then we will see. Before I even, I mean, if I get to 200, I will have to do something. But right now it's more like, let's see that we can finish everything that I need to finish first, before I do anything else. What I am contemplating right now, as I said, because the rest of the mini I don't think I will really need to do anything else about it. It's only all those ridges on all the plates on this and on this shell. I did the dry brushing a little bit too thick, so I want to get some of the details out. Instead of a wash, I did use a speed paint, but now I am thinking a brown wash will probably be too. You know what? Why not? For the ridges that I am talking about, it would be too dark. Oh, this is sepia. Oh, here we have my Agrax Earth shade. The last little bit. Yeah, let's use this last little bit. After that, I will have to start with my new Agrax Earthshade. Come on, there was still something in there. I will use this one. I'm not going to use it for all the small ridges, but mainly to pick out. See if I can make any. Oh wow! I have more of a curved sable brush. But as long as it does its work. Get these shades a little bit darker than they are right now. Getting darker quite nicely, but not as strong as I had hoped. Probably this one is not dark enough to my liking. I should not use a wash, but maybe just a thin down paint. Or use a darker wash. If I am going to use a darker wash, what I am thinking of, am I going to use a black wash? It does already work a little bit better. Let's see if we can, like with this spot over here. You see there's a big yellow dry brushed spot without with most of the detail gone. So just paint it a little bit over it. With the wash it does help. Brown wash is not strong enough, at least not this one. This one, let's see, this is the brown wash from Reaper, and I am right, brown wash. It could also be that it is maybe a little bit too translucent. That is what I like about the Games Workshop washes. I always think that the pokey tool time. The most other washes, they cover a little bit more, they are less translucent, let a little bit, not enough original color shine through. But then, on the other hand, for what I am doing here, and I am now making a mix of the Agrax Earthshade and the Reaper Brown wash. Maybe I should wait till the original wash is has dried. But meanwhile, let's see how it works on these parts of the shell. Oh yeah. Yep. So adding the Reaper wash, as I said, a little less translucent, but in this case that is exactly what I want. It makes it all a little bit more visible, gives a little bit more shading to it. could of course use just oops, a little bit too thick. I could of course get the whole model again.
Take a shot, 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 motherfucker, take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, take a shot.
Just in 50 minutes before time, very good. Nice. Have fun. Are you going to sign off? Yes, okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your fallen hairs, for the thieves bust, and thank you for the stretch and for the shot. Have a great weekend. See you next time. We need a good. I'm going to away for a few days tomorrow morning. Okay. So you need a good night's sleep? Yeah, no. Well, who doesn't need a good night's sleep nowadays? So have a great night. Have a great few days off, or traveling, or and we see you next time. Thank you. On these also make some little irregular lines, like a little bit scratches or texture. Indeed, it's subtle enough to not really say, hey, it's a really dark line. Dark enough to just give that little bit of detail that I'm looking for. Can I mention that especially these over here, at his neck and head, are maybe even damaged a little bit extra, as most animals do know to find the head of another animal very good. Oh, and don't forget the whole neck plates. There are still ridges on there, but the thing is always try to make them as irregular as possible. Otherwise you do not look very natural. I have to remember this combination of competitive stream watcher. You are an amazing streamer. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's I don't feel that way, but let's just say that the way I feel is I am at least a little bit of a better painter than streamer, but a little bit more gives me a little bit, especially with that name you have, a little bit more confidence. And welcome to my stream. If you have any questions or other things you want to know, talk about, I am passionate. I always say you are allowed to ask me anything, literally anything. I only have to warn you, it is quite possible that you will get an answer that you will not get an answer that you are expecting or wanted. Of course, depending on what you are exactly asking. I mean, if you ask me about my credit card number, aha, yeah, right. I am at least pretty sure that I will finish this mini probably tomorrow. No, I'm not going to be able to finish it today on stream, but I have come quite far with it. At least I've done more than I had hoped for. This side I already did. Over here. Damaged places, a little bit of scarring here and there on the plates. I mean, being a dragon tortoise in the desert, I can imagine that it is quite rough in the desert sun. Even though you have a nice shield on your back, it will do things to your skin, certainly. That looks much better than without the whole shading. Oh, let's see. Should have gone the other way with it. There. Can I repair that? I can remember what paints I exactly used. It looks a little bit messy this way. Let's get the Rico out. Just a little bit. Thin it. I mean, I don't have to get the whole. It's still a little bit too thick. Just thick enough to cover up the scratches I made in the wrong direction. Something like that. Let that dry, and then it is almost time to say goodbye. And that was my Saturday stream. I will let it all dry. Oh, of course, we have still the chest to do. Let's first start to pick out all the plates themselves. A nice thick line. Extra shading. And then do some lining after that, but that will be done tomorrow. Come on with the scale over here. Of course, these ones are a little bit harder to reach, as the base is a little bit in the way, but they are also quite in the shadows. Now, those are quite visible now. I will let them dry and work on the belly and chest tomorrow. Thank you all for watching. Have a great Saturday, have a great rest of the weekend, and I hope to see you all next time. So thank you, bye.
I'll be back.